Hello, and welcome back to more of the low percent in Calamity Run with GetFixedBoi, where I'm hoping to take on the Exomix today. I think it should be possible. I just need to sort out the gear that I'll be using. I think what I want to use is the King's Bane, which will involve shimmering the... Did I make the... I did not make the auric... Whatchamacallit. So what is my auric stuff part of just now? Ataraxia, that's what it's part of. So I think the plan is going to be shimmer the Ataraxia, make the quantum cooling cell, start the Exomix fight in the... Like I've got the choice of the three, and then shimmer the auric quantum cooling cell, and then craft the King's Bane instead, and use that for the fight. So it could be a little bit costly with reforging it every time I want to try it, but I think that that's going to be the quickest way to get through it. I'm pretty sure I can craft that now, right? Yeah, so the question is what gear I want to use, and I mean, I think this is pretty good gear overall. I'm going to swap to the Planebreaker's pouch. And then I don't need this. I'm going to be wearing the Transformer. And that might actually be a decent enough loadout. I could maybe get something better than the Barrow Claw. But getting 10% damage for both my minions and my gun is going to be pretty good. The other thing is I might actually want to use Godslayer armor. I think Godslayer armor could be slightly better just because the extra damage. Or I go with a summoner loadout of Silva armor. That is another option. Because it's possible that the Silva armor is a better defensive set than the Fearmonger armor, because if I get hit at all, I will not survive long. But with the Silva armor, you get a revive, so it doesn't matter if you don't survive long. The other thing is the sponge. I need to get the sponge. Wait, that takes Cosmolite. Has that recipe been changed? No, that always took Cosmolite. Yeah, the Dimensional Soul Artifact is the same as it. So yeah, I'll probably be using that instead of the Barrow Claw, so it'll be fine. Yeah, Dawnlight Spirit Origin, I don't need. I don't think my crit chance is going to get over 100%, so... May as well keep one. None of these are particularly good reforges though. Okay, so I've got loads of Deadshot brooches now, which I don't really need. I need one of them for the Planebreaker's pouch. If you ask me, you should go for sustain over damage if possible. Yeah, Karasawa I am not going to be using. So I can shimmer that. Pole Warper. I think the Ascendant Spirit Essence is going to be worth more than Pole Warper is. Part of me feels like just using whatchamacallit, the what does Chapsticks call it? Carlos? Could use Carlos. this. Don't need these. Also don't need a large ruby. Okay, I could craft one of these just now into the thing, I think. Oh no, I'm one Ascendant Spirit Essence short. Oh, that'll be because I made the Dark Sun ring. But I can swap the Elemental Gauntlet into one. Do I want to go for one more Amalgam? So that'll be Planebreaker's Pouch. I think that's all. I could use the Dimensional... I could Shimmer the Dimensional Soul Artifact if I wanted to. I feel like I should have more Ascendant Spirit Essence. Is it because this takes Ascendant Spirit Essence? It does not. Corvid does, though. No, Corvid takes Nightmare Fuel. What am I missing then? Does the Ataraxia take it? Ataraxia takes 2, and Kingsbane doesn't take any. So I'll get an extra 2 from that, which I can use to make the sponge, and then I'll have 4 left over from this. What else do I want to make from it? Just Planebreaker's Pouch. So I think I'm actually okay on Ascendant Spirit Essence. I've got enough for Planebreaker and for the sponge. I don't think I need to do any more grinding. Okay, let's Shimmer the Elemental Gauntlet. And let's make the sponge. Oh, I need to grab one of my rover drives. There we go. What am I missing? Dubious Plating and Mysterious Circuitry. There we go. Okay, and then Transformer in here, and Planebreaker's Pouch over Barrowclaw, I think. And then do I want Dimensional Soul Artifact or not, I guess. Also, did I save Carlos or did I Shimmer him? Guess I must have Shimmered him. Let's make another Carlos. Where is it? Do I have... I thought this is where I had my wool from scrap. It's maybe not. Where did I put my wool from scrap? This is the problem with not using magic storage. So my energy cores are here, but not wool from scrap. First top gold chest. Ah, there it is. It's because the texture's changed. I can't see it as easily as I once did. Okay, so we're gonna make a Wolfram controller. So that should give us plus 0.5 HP and 3 defense per droid. And I think if I go the full Godslayer set, I'll be missing out a couple of minions from this, but we get 2 from the Dark Sun Ring, and I should have 3 naturally. So that'll be 2.5 HP per second and 15 defense, which is likely better than the damage of these 2. Okay, let's reforge the sponge. Might be worth just going damage over anything else. Dark Sun Ring also needs a reforge. Armor penetration does not mean anything for this, I don't think. Okay, menacing is good. I would probably prefer lucky at this point, since I'm going full ranger for damage. Okay, lucky. Yeah, we should be trying to balance out our stats, really. We are preparing for the bosses. We're not yet attempting them. I still need to do an arena, which will probably just mean cutting off this mountain, making a platform all the way along here, maybe. The platform's just to reset flight time and to keep me like where I am. Because if I don't use a platform, I will probably end up flying off the top of the screen or something. Okay, so once I shimmer, I don't need the dead shot roach. Although I'm gonna, yeah, I can use one of those instead of a barrel claw. And then I can use Planebreaker's pouch. But to get that I need to shimmer my ataraxia. I also need to shimmer all my armor and get the other type. Yeah, Dimensional Soul Artifact versus Deadshot Roach. It's quite close. Because obviously you've got the 15% extra damage you take from this. So I think Deadshot Roach could be better. It's basically 19% additive damage versus 20% multiplicative plus 15% extra damage taken. Drill containment unit we've got because we can get anything that uses Luminite, essentially. Okay, I can shimmer that. I've got way too many dead shop roaches now. May as well sell the ranger emblem. Not that I need the money, actually. Okay, so I think the plan is to make the arena and then give it a try with Kingsbane. I guess I'll use that while I'm building. Yeah, I just need a bunch of stone platforms. They do not stack anywhere. I think I've got stone bricks somewhere. Or at least stone blocks that I could turn into stone bricks if I take a furnace with me. Although, to be honest, 4,000 stone is probably enough. 4,000 stone platforms, that is. And then potions. Potions-wise, I'm probably doing alright as well. What bullets am I going to use with Kingsbane? Could use Holy Fire. Hyperius are not very good with Kingsbane. I've tested that. It doesn't work very well. But Holy Fire should work pretty well. Or Explosive, maybe. But the reason I'll be using Kingsbane is for the recoil. It allows me to basically just outrun the Exos. Which is kind of cheesy, but this whole playthrough is kind of cheesy, so I don't mind that. Let's get another chest set up for the stuff I need for the fight. Do I have a chest somewhere? Have I placed down all the chests I've mined up? No. Dead man's chest here. Have I done testing on GetFixedBoi Exos? Yes, I have. I'm pretty sure I was testing with Holy Fire bullets, but I can't be sure. In fact, why am I summoning these when I'm just about to go building anyway? Let's make a melee helmet for when I'm building, for the extra defense. Although the defense isn't that high. Mouse 3 is that. Let me... What's mouse 3 is? Ah, this one. Yeah, yeah. Just don't use Godslayer slugs, you'll need to kill Aureus another 100,000 times. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking back up here. And then go start building. Anything else I need before I do that? Probably not. Okay, I've reset my PC since then, so I need to actually find where I'm keeping the backups. Backup 98. Okay, backup created. And now onto the the slow pain of making a full world arena, essentially. I thought I had Witch's Broom on. I guess not. Let's get Witch's Broom before I start this. Where did I put Witch's Broom though? That's the question. There's at least one here. Okay. Means I also don't need to take another drill containment unit. What height am I going to start at? Probably around where this lava is, I imagine. It would also make sense to have some glow potions on while I do this. Shine and Night Owl. That will help. We need to get more of those pretty soon, I imagine. If I start a platform from the top of this next peak, I think I'll be good. Or from here, I guess, not quite the top of the peak. This is when an instant world platform from Fargo's would be very helpful. What are we doing right now? We are preparing for Exos. I should really get a builder potion. In fact, do I have any builder potions in my trough? Don't believe so. I should have some other accessories that increase building speed as well. Right. Building speed increases somewhere. Yeah, here. Tile placement speed. Don't think I've got the stuff I need to make this. Yeah. Is it just the paint sprayer I'm missing? That's annoying. You wonder how the Godslayer armor is achieved? It's not too bad. It's basically just kill Aureus a bunch of times, decraft some cosmic anvils and amalgams, and then craft it. because in GetFixedBoi always drops anything that has Luminite in its recipe, which includes Cosmolite anvils and amalgams. How many potions of return do I have? Quite a few. Although I don't know if I've got them in my inventory. Or have I got them in my money trough maybe? Where have I put them? I thought they would have been in here, but I guess not. Not missing them somewhere, am I? How many total Aureus kills? Let's have a look actually. 807. Okay, time to get rid of this. Here. Oh, the block chests could be annoying. I'm just gonna have to hope that I don't come into contact with them. Don't think it's gonna be worth the pain of getting rid of them. Because the only way to do that is by hoping that a pot drops a golden key, which I can place dungeon walls to make happen, but it's still too rare, I think. That might be far enough to not go much further there. I'm actually going to have to drain this lamp somewhat. Just to get my platforms over it. Swap the blocks there onto platforms. Can you do that with lock chests? Did not know that was a thing. Let's also check if there's any more here. There's another one here. Thankfully the dodge saved me there, because that would have one-shot me. Okay, I don't want to go too high, so let's get back to where the thing's on the map at least. You can do it even with demon altars as long as you have a pickaxe that can mine under them. That's interesting. I genuinely never knew that. Thinking I'll maybe go until I get to the bed here and hope that that's long enough. If not, I can always expand it later. I should just expand it. There's no harm. Yeah, the Raven minions are incredibly fast. Basically just a teleport rather than actually moving. Should also block the top of the world too to avoid stars and accidentally flying out of the world. And sadly it doesn't block stars. Stars can just spawn under it, which is odd, but a thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna avoid going that high. Usually you can block stars, but I think because it's GetFixedBoi, the stars are like they spawn differently, so you can't block them. Why now do I have 19 hearts? That's because I've right-clicked the Crimson Effigy, which reduces your max health by 10%, but increases your damage by 15%. And I think gives you 10% damage, right? And I'm doing my prep for Exos, that's the boss that I'm up to. We defeated the Wall of Flesh and Aureus, and now it's time for the Exos. Okay, we're getting kind of close. You don't think Exos will be any harder than the naked ones? Oh no, they won't be. I'm going to cheese the hell out of them. Thanks to the King's Bane's recoil. This is not a serious playthrough. I think cheese is warranted. Falling stars just seem to spawn in the top 120 blocks of the world, so if you have a roof below that, it would block all of them. Ah, okay, that'll be why they were still spawning when I had a roof over on the far side, because I had a roof here and they were spawning. You're not doing it now, but I remember watching a VOD of you killing Aureus for like 4 hours. What was that for? That's because in GetFixedBoi, Aureus can drop any item that uses Luminite bars in its crafting recipe. Okay, that's actually exactly where my home is. Now, do I want to go further or just leave it there? I could just go until here at least. I don't often regret making a platform bigger, so. It's 5% of the world height, so 60/90/120 depending on world size. Okay, okay. Will I be trying Calamity True Zenith? Maybe, maybe. I feel like Fargo's would be fitted to True Zenith more than Calamity though. A Fargo's True Zenith playthrough would be pretty fun. Well, not fun. Depends how you define fun. Awful, but maybe interesting. Leave my one stone block. Okay, that should be enough, I think. I also need to pick up my furnace. What's the most fun I've had in one of these challenge runs? The last low percent I did was probably some of the most fun I've had. Least fun is definitely the no item pickups one. Yeah, the warp zone thumbnail, yeah. It was 9 bosses, I think, in total. Why are ravens cracked? What is this summon? Yeah, it's a lot, I have to say. We'll just get to this tree and stop. Ravens have pretty bad DPS, just good AI. Yeah, they're great for normal enemies, but for bosses they're not ideal. Time to destroy something. I'm hoping that the whatchamacallit that I have, the red potions, will cover most of the buffs that I need as well. I should probably make some buffs as a backup if that's not the case. Okay, good place to stop there. Is infinite reds potions possible? You would need Fargos for that, which I'm not using. And I would also imagine no. Without quality of life? No, I don't think so. You can only get them from, what do you call it? Chests. Oh, jungle mimics, that's true. Oh, I could farm jungle mimics. How many do jungle mimics drop? Three to 5 with 33% chance. Okay, so not great odds. But yeah, not too bad either. Doable. Okay, let's figure out what things I'm going to use. Or what height I need to place blocks at, should I say. Depth meter, okay. If I go up here, I should be able to get the height that my roof is at. So I'm at 1304. If I go 120 blocks below that, it'll be one. Well, it's 1306 that'll be the top. I maybe just want to use the ruler for this. 1184. Well, no, because it's 2 feet per block. So you need to take 240 off of it, not 120. So it'll be 164? Yeah, 1066. That'll be it. Let's go 1060 just to be safe though. You would need to clear a full farming arena for them to be viable, and jungle sadly has so many other enemies that can take up spawn. So individual enemy rates are really low, even maxed. Well, I think for jungle mimics to spawn, you don't actually need jungle blocks. You would just need to have like you don't need to have jungle blocks for them to spawn on. As in, you can do it without having jungle grass off screen. So what I would probably do is just make an area that has the jungle blocks I need to turn it into a jungle, but not have jungle blocks for enemies to spawn on top of. So then I wouldn't get any of the jungle enemies other than jungle mimics. Yeah, 1.4.5 would have helped a lot with this. Roller skates are very good. Especially when nothing's really a threat. Like, my Ravens will just kill anything that comes close to me, so it's not really an issue. I think the game really wants you to use Storm Saber. Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's a little underclassed at this point. I think this is the most Cloud Elementals I've ever had at this amount of time. Yeah, that was a Sun Skater dying, by the way. That was what the massive boom was. Can't wait for Yarm to be added in 2039 to see a 3-boss low percent. I'm assuming you would have to kill Exomix and Escal to get to Yaren. Or Yarim, not Yaren. Already got Yaren. Okay, this is hopefully not going to cut off the bottom of the central planetoid, but it might. I think Shadow Spec will be moved to after Yarim because Shadow Spec has always been intended as like a post-game thing. And I think they'd rather keep it post-game than keep the stats that it's got at the moment. Interesting that these move up if there's blocks in them. If you were really struggling with Cloud Elementals, you could probably automate them moving by using actuators and some logic. You can move the ones that Sand Elementals make in vanilla too. Interesting. Okay, I'm glad I don't have to get rid of all these planetoids because they are below the 120 line. Hellkite is a possibility, but I think Kingsbane is going to be better. I think Kingsbane is going to be cheesier. Now we pre-lab is below 120 line. I might just get rid of lab. Well, no, I might not get rid of lab even if it is. Because it won't be below it by much. I don't know if Hellkite is viable, but I've heard a lot of people talking about it, so... Wait, I actually don't think we can get Hellkite anyway, because it's been changed to be a post-Planetara dungeon drop. Gotta make my arena look good. Wait, that's the wrong thing. This is the one. Once I do the 4 boss low percent, will I do the joke Yaram fight thing? Probably not, no. That's not really meant to be an actual boss. Are you going to at least try Hecate? No, because you need to kill the perforators to summon them now. Will I do the Drayton dating sim? What is that? I've never heard of that before, and I'm probably glad that I haven't. Yeah, but after the low percent. I don't really see much point in doing anything after I've like finished the run. You don't remember, but you think it's a new option in the codebreaker after doing something in GetFixedBoi. Okay, well, I'll look into that. How far am I along? Okay, almost at the halfway point. And I think we are going to have to chop off the bottom of the planetoid. Thankfully not wherever this planetoid is. It's a spiky one. Once I get here, I am going to take a quick backup because I don't want to have to do this again if I accidentally kill a queen bee or something. Okay, backup created. Let's continue with the excavation and the building. Less excavation at this point, just building. the... Oh, it's because I'm in the dark. I see. That's the right height, I think. Let's get rid of these walls. I think those are actuated, so that's fine. Okay, and then I can these walls and continue along like I was. Can I help you with Mage? Yeah, the trick with Mage is to get so much mana reduction that nothing costs mana. Which is actually more possible in the latest update than it was when I did that run. Since they changed a lot of the sources of mana reduction to be additive rather than multiplicative. Which makes it better when you're using multiple of them. Hopefully not too much further. Nope, still quite a bit further actually. I might as well just expanding this to be the full world at this point. Because I'm not that far off with the platform below. Also could be worth putting a platform in the middle of them. But I'm going to say that's not the case because that would take way too long. Yeah, so after this I'll probably do a little bit of fishing to get like 5 or 6 of each buff potion. Because I should have plenty with the reds potions that I've got as well. And they also last after I die because of the amalgam that I've got. And last twice as long. Convinced me to stop using quality of life mods a while ago, and I prefer playing without them now. Ah. Glad to hear you prefer it. Every Terraria class is just another class with a minor gimmick, and melee just happens to be the baseline, where its gimmick is that it doesn't have a specific gimmick. I think melee does have a gimmick when it comes to melee speed, but then most of the Calamity weapons don't use that anyway, so... I'm not sure why most of the Calamity weapons don't use melee speed when they definitely could be coded to. It would be difficult, but definitely possible to code them. Just let my shield regenerate for the visibility. Apparently they did a change, a lot of them just get bigger from melee speed, which is not melee speed, it's melee size, which is another stat in the game already. That's an odd decision, when they could have just sped up the animation. Like, I can't imagine it's that difficult to speed up the animation. Melee's gimmick is kind of has the most armor. It's true to a point, yeah. So the abyss is going to be there. Yeah, it's really not that much further to just continue to the end. It would be like a couple of lines of code. No, I'm sure it would be more than that. I don't want to downplay it, but it would definitely be possible to code it. It's not a case of like, if melee speed, go faster. But I imagine there's a sort of class you could make where if you code it once, you can just apply that to any other melee weapon with a custom swing animation. At least if it's a similar custom swing animation, which I imagine they already have a class for custom swing animations anyway. And by class I don't mean like an in-game class of damage, I mean like a coding term class. Well, probably not, since projectiles might not be tied to the actual animation, so it would need to check for that and then work on balancing that too. Well, you've already got projectiles that get affected by melee speed in the base game, so it proves that it's possible. Like, all of the thrown melee stuff is affected by melee speed. It effectively just becomes velocity at that point. Okay, getting close. Almost at the abyss. Not about it being possible, it's about it being worth the effort. I get you, I get you. Okay, we have reached the abyss. Let's keep a little way in. Melee speed is just not a very good stat from a balance standpoint because it's a third multiplicative DPS stat only for melee. I think that's what makes melee a unique class though. I think it's like having unique stats that make a class unique. Not only that, I think it can be used to increase the uniqueness of a class. Like, it feels like Ranger isn't a very unique class because there is nothing that makes it unique other than using ammo. And the only stat that affects ammo is ammo reservation, which is really boring. Do you play Minecraft? Yes, but not vanilla. I only really play modded. And it's very much a 2-week phase every now and then rather than a consistent one. Oh, am I actually going to get, like, almost exactly to the abyss? Okay, that's nice, actually. Let's light this up so that I can see it if I'm coming close to it. I've actually not got a ridiculous amount of space in here. I could excavate a bit under it just to give myself some leeway. Do I prefer regular Terraria or Calamity? It depends. I think both have their place. I don't think one is better than the other. You can also just give it a buffless try and see if it needs more space. Well, I'm still going to have to spend resources on an attempt without buffs, because I'll need to reforge the... what should we call it? The King's Bane. What I'm mainly thinking of is just get rid of big peaks like this, so that... if I need to move under the platform, I can do it without dying, or without hitting a block. Not far, just like to here maybe. Maybe even a little lower than that. I could probably go to like this level fairly easily. I'm also not sure how often I'll be on this side of the world, because I'll probably head in the opposite direction when I spawn it. Money that big of a problem after that Aureus farm. True. Although it does cost a lot to reforge King's Bane and Auric weapons in general. What does Further Worthy change for Exo? It makes it so that in the final phase they all just have their Berserk attack constantly. So Exo Ares constantly does the blender, Apollo and Artemis constantly do their laser, like zigzag and Ohio beam, and then Thanatos constantly does his like head laser that spins close to you. So Thanatos isn't too bad, because that's actually like the least difficult part of Thanatos usually. But the other two are pretty difficult, and I'm going to cheese them with King's Bane. Am I worth just heading to the opposite side with this? Yeah. Was Shotgun Draydon removed? I think he's still in there, but he's basically a non-issue with King's Bane Dash. Not dash, it's recoil, but it essentially acts as dash. Okay, I think if I level this bit, maybe trim this down a bit, should be alright. What's your favourite boss? I don't know if I have a favourite boss, to be honest. It's a difficult question to answer either way. I think my favourite boss depends on what challenge I'm doing. Because so much of a boss fight depends on what items you've got available to fight it. And what restrictions you have in place for fighting it. You really like Providence? Yeah, Providence is a good boss. I can agree with that. I'm thinking this is mostly just turning space, to be honest, so I don't want to go all out in making it perfect. Nerf Enraged Poltergeist, Base Death, Calamity Death Mode, Exomix, and Lunar Veil Twins. Haven't played Lunar Veil, I need to try that at some point. That's probably good for a turning area. And then I think I want to get rid of this peak, and that will probably be enough. Are you going to mess around with thorium anymore? I might, yeah. I'm not against playing thorium again. I do enjoy thorium a lot. It'll just depend on if I can find a challenge worth doing. That is like specific to thorium, I guess. And I don't just mean like a subclass or a class of like, oh, let's do barred thorium, because that's like not really a challenge, that's just playing thorium how it was intended. has a big overhaul update planned in the future. Okay, I'll maybe try it then. I really need to get rid of this bit, I think. Yeah, let's skip this bit and just get the other mountain bit. You would consider single player healer a challenge, honestly. Yeah, to an extent. Although not in the same way that most other challenges I do are. I like challenges that require me to use things I wouldn't normally use. Or use tech that like not many people know about. Probably good enough as an arena. Don't think I'm going to need buffs. The only other thing I could think is if there's some planetoids or something. Yeah, we're talking about thorium healer, yeah. Okay, yeah, I doubt there's going to be any more planetoids or sky islands down this low. Let's save and exit, get a backup, and then start the potion grind. Which probably won't be that much of a grind, to be honest. We're on to backup 100. Okay, I am also going to head to the toilet. I'll be back in a minute. See you guys in a second. Alright, I am back. How much editing do I think this video will take? Probably quite a lot, because so much of it's just going to be stuff that's cut out of grinding. It's likely only going to be like a 20-minute to half-hour video. However. Right, let's get some potions going, and then we can give it an actual try. Blocks can go in there. These blocks can go in here. These ones can get destroyed. And then potion-wise, I need... So I've got Life Force. Yeah, let's maybe move the ones I'm going to be using over to another chest. I don't think Margarita is going to be useful. I think I'm better dealing debuffs than reducing them. Featherfall could be useful. Archery is not. Sake is not. Heartreach, yeah, could be useful. And then red potion. Don't really need to keep the furnace on me just now. Could have great montages. The problem is montages take so long to edit for the amount of worth that you get out of them. Okay, so I've got the 3 basic potions. Yeah, so Wrath, Rage, that sort of thing. Let's quickly make... Could make a Devourer of Cods actually, right? That should speed up fishing quite a lot. Got a good amount of bait as well. So jungle. Has the audio stopped for you guys, or is it just me? I think that's just me. It's annoying that this happens. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, that's fixed. Should swap out the building accessory. Yeah, I should do that. Okay, then all the stuff I don't need. Where's Summoner Potion? Ah, here. 12 should be fine. Yeah, I should go for 12 of each. I guess that's a good number to get. Do I want anything from the Astral? there actually any water up there, or am I going to have to make some water of my own? Okay, I can get the crimson stuff there at least. Gravity normalizers. Yeah, I should get gravity normalizers, you're right. There's probably more hemopranas than I'll ever need. Got pumpkin seeds. What can we do with them? Whoa, look at all the stuff we could make. That'll be super useful. I should put these away as well, actually, in my place. The major stats will be useful. Grapes. I want to make grape wine, I think. Which I need a keg for. Or grape beer, right? I think that's all I need from that. Okay, is there anywhere with water here I can fish? Even in the corruption, is there anywhere with water? Yeah, over on this side there is. But I don't think there's much water here. Unless it's spread down this way. No, it doesn't look like it's spread this far down. Grape juice is a major food buff. Okay, I've still got a few food buffs, and they last ages, so I'm not worried about food buffs, to be honest. Let's go grab my ebon koi first, and then I can come back and get gravity normalizers. Although, am I high enough to have gravity affect me that much? Did I swap the building accessory? Not yet, no. I'm going to swap my accessories just before fighting anyway. I still need to make the Planebreaker's pouch once I shimmer the Ataraxia. And Remix, even the surface has quite low gravity. That seems to be true, actually, yeah. I should really do gravity normalizers then. not getting many. It's probably enough. Yeah, it's GetFixedBoi. It's required to be GetFixedBoi for this run to be possible. Yeah, let's think of what other buffs I need. Is it just Gravity Normalizer? And if so, how am I going to fill this? I've got wet bombs somewhere, right? Yeah, I've got wet bombs. Okay. If I just put a little block at the bottom of this. And then mine up. Should work well enough, I think. Three basic buffs, then Wrath and Endurance. Wrath and Rage, Endurance and Life Force. Other than that, you don't need any buffs from potions. Yeah. I'm just used to playthroughs where I have like 5,000 potion buffs. Well, I'm used to the naked playthrough where I had like 5,000 potion buffs. Suppose I could get sunken sailfish. Is it these ones I need? Yeah, okay. It's an 8-minute duration, so I've probably already got enough. Mainly grabbing these for if I need more beta at some point. Wait, I need Aureus cells as well. Where am I going to get all the Aureus cells from, guys? There's no way to get that many Aureus cells. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's just hidden somewhere. Oh, right at the end. That makes sense. Don't think these are useful for anything else, so I'll keep them in there with them. Soaring and bounding are both decent buffs. Is bounding worth it? Oh, it's changed recipe. Yeah, it probably is worth it now at least. if I have enough pink gel left. Or did I turn all of my pink gel into peace potions? Or peace candles. I think I turned it all into peace candles. I could shimmer them, I guess. Although, I think I'll just get the pink torches, and then if I shimmer those, they'll shimmer into aether torches. Yeah. So I don't think there is any way for me to get pink gel. Wait, I've supposedly got pink gel somewhere. Yeah, there. Okay. Okay, then I could go for soaring. Let's see how awful it is to get soaring. Okay, I've got 18 sunken sailfish. That should be plenty. Do I need Souls of Flight for these or something? Yeah. Are those the only actual potion that don't require herbs? Because obviously there's a bunch of alcohols that don't require herbs, but that might be the only potion. Maybe also calcium. What does calcium do other than giving immunity to fall damage? 50% knockback resistance. I've already got knockback resistance. But that would be useful in the naked run. Sadly, I'm not doing that one. Photosynthesis, I guess, would also help. Doesn't harm to make that. It's easy enough now. Oh, you mean that it doesn't need herbs? Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Any other vanilla ones? I could technically make Inferno, but that would do essentially nothing. Okay, yeah, let's make some photosynthesis, because I can. %50% is pretty much useless as it stops you dead in your tracks, so unless it's full knockback immunity it doesn't actually help much. Yeah, unless there was another thing that gave you 50% knockback and they stacked with each other or something. And I mean stacked additively. Should get more Night Owl and Shine. And featherfall and swiftness. Let's grab all the ones I need to get more of. Don't actually need calming. And then maybe... I probably don't need 2 more life force. I've probably got enough. Yeah, and calming is actually not useful during a fight. Any other alcohols? Oh, I should have used screwdriver for building that arena. Moonshine is a potential one that could do good, but it's very situational. And these are just damage. 25% increase. Oh yeah, that's Everclear. Could use Everclear. What I should get is thought instantly removed from my mind. What was I going to say there? What was I going to say? What was I looking at? I was looking at... these. Oh, I should probably come away from lucky if I've got 75% reduced crit strike damage. What was I thinking? I had a thought, and I now cannot remember. The thought was that dash. The cinnamon roll made me think of dashes. I should have a dash on standby for if I need to get out of Thanatos. So where did I put my dash? Here we go, yeah. Should be able to just swap to that. So yeah, let's come away from lucky and go to menacing. Roll made me think of vision. No, it's because that changes dashes, cinnamon roll. So it made me think of dashes, which made me think of putting a dash on to counteract Thanatos coiling me. Going full glass cannon. You could say that, but realistically, I mean, you've still got 142 defense. We're about 120 defense better than we were. Are you going to use Broach over Dimensional or not? I'm not sure. I think it's probably safer to do that, to be honest. Although, given that my damage is... well, I need to actually hold a ranged weapon to see what my damage would be. I'm going to need these to craft the King's Bane, and I'm also going to need 3 life alloy. So let's get them ready. Let's see what my range damage is. 100.5. I think it's probably going to be worth using Dimensional Soul Artifact then. I think my best bet with the Exo is that I take them down before they take down me, so the additional damage of Dimensional Soul Artifact might make a lot of sense. I tested DPS on Thanatos, and the dash from King's Bane is just better than trying to get damage. It deals decent damage as well, the King's Bane, even though it doesn't pierce. Because Thanatos doesn't really benefit too much from piercing anyway, because his segments are only vulnerable at certain times. Okay, so I think I'm now at the point of Shimmering Ataraxia. Let's grab that. Let's craft Planebreaker's Pouch, right? Wait, why have I only got 3 Ascendant Spirit Essence? I should have 4. Have I used 2 somewhere else? I didn't think, because I used 4 for this, but I would have got 4 from shimmering the melee one, right? The Elemental Gauntlet. What did I use the other 2 for? Is it because the sponge requires 4 and I thought it required 2 or something? Ah well, I can always use Deadshot Brooch. It's really not that big a difference. I think Bane mobility is more important, yeah. So I'm going to have the Transformer on, and then... What are my thoughts on Dawnlight Spirit Origin? In this case, it makes no sense because my crits are nowhere near 100% because I'm going to have Grape Beer on, which reduces crits by 75%. Which does make me wonder if Ranger Emblem is actually going to deal more damage than Deadshot Brooch. Or at least if the 5% damage reduction from Barrow Claw would be better. Because what's my damage reduction at with that? 13.05 as opposed to 9.09. So it's an extra 4%. Dawnlight is still good with Grape Beer. Really? How much does it boost crit chance by? It is optimal if you have a weapon that can home and hit it. It's weapon dependent more than anything. Okay, okay. What's the default on the... Well, I'm going to be 48% crit chance plus 10% from Wrath plus, was it 4% from food? Although I've probably got a food buff at the moment. So let's say I get up to 60% ranged crit chance. Boost crit by 100% at its strongest, but that's reduced by 75% then. The damage is not the crit chance. Yeah, yeah. Exos is a bit big, so it's likely not good. Okay, because yeah, it can appear anywhere on their thing, right? Let's at least give this menacing. If I can get menacing on it. Yep, just takes half of my money. Okay, so all menacing. I have 160 plat, yeah, but when I'm coming to reforge the auric stuff, it's going to cost a lot. Okay, let's get everything ready. Let me keep that, put that away, put that away. There's my weapon. May as well put the Godslayer Horned Helm away. Let's place this somewhere. And actually, let's craft the Auric Tesla, whatchamacallit, the Auric Quantum Cooling Cell. So I need 40 endothermic energy, which I have. I need 6 Essence of Helium, which I have, and then circuitry and plating. You've not opened your Aureus bags and soul stuff, so you have like 500 plus plats there if needed. That is true, that is true. Honestly, is it worth just placing this here? Probably, to be honest. So let's take that off for now. Can I do it with just the Auric cell? No, you need the decryption computer. And then the Aureus cell? Okay, yeah, that works for spawning them. Okay, so I don't need to be carrying all these through around, which is good. I need my Carloses out on this mode, and I will get more of those once I come back in. Didn't you use the other Ascendant Spirit Essence on the other Godslayer helmet? That is exactly it. Yes, you're right. You're a genius. I'd forgotten about that. Okay, I need my magic quiver. There we go. And then I've got that as an option instead of, well, I've got the Dead Shop Roach as an option instead of Soul Artifact. Guess let's put one of these here. That'll be our hotbar of stuff, and then potions. And that's all of my inventory gone. Okay, I'm actually going to struggle to... I might have to grab my potions after I've got the auric thing then. I also have coal on me still. Oh yeah, true. I could put these away actually. I'm trying to think of ways to make space. Don't need depth meter. Don't need glow sticks. Use the... No, let's use the short ones first. Super dummy. Yeah, I don't need super dummy. I don't need a lot of this. That should be enough space to decraft everything from the auric quantum cooling cell though, I think. Yeah, there's 5 items, 5 spaces. Okay, I think I'm ready to make a backup and give this a try then. Do I maybe want to move my buffs down, or do I want to keep them here and just use them as soon as I spawn? Yeah, let's move my bewitching table down here. Sharpening station I do not need. Okay, time for a backup then. Backup 101. This could be the one that we beat Exos on. Let me have a drink. Just give me a minute, I need to reply to something. Okay, let's give it a try. Grab this, let's buff up. Turn those into supercharged contact. Kingsbane. Forge. Not that costly. And then I think we're ready to go. Just need to put the transformer on. Teleport home. Okay, and let's give it a go. So yeah, as you'll see, the transformer kind of deflects projectiles. It's a nice little GetFixedBoi change that makes bosses pretty free. Some things can still get through it, but for the most part, it's really not that bad. Okay, that still hurts quite a bit if it get hit though. Okay, yeah, that hurts a lot. Okay, I need to use the dash more, I think. So we now need to go in here, do this. Wait, do these now... Do you have to do them all at the same time? Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Okay, Auric Quantum Cooling Cell. Put that in here, contact. Didn't get bewitching. Ah, you're right, I didn't. Okay, I guess we've got to get rid of the droids. Okay, and then let's try with Deadshot Roach this time instead. Also, let's put on, yeah, I've got the Witch's Broom on just in case I need it at any point. I think I can just stand still for this whole phase other than the lasers. Save the adrenaline for the next phase. I could probably save both for the next phase. I should also get the Calamity health bars on so I can see better. Okay, the dash from Artemis is quite annoying, I have to say. That is a big issue. I thought I'd be able to avoid it with the dash, but I might not be able to. Yeah, how am I going to avoid that? I really thought that I was avoiding it in the testing by using the dash. I maybe just need to get better at using the dash. Ram dash. So every GetFixedBoi run ever is just free as long as you get into hard mode. No, because you can still get hit by contact damage and some other things that are faster than this. So can I break this now? Does it still spawn? It does. Projectiles are by far the main problem. Yeah, I'm not denying that. Did get bewitchment. 48 seconds on buffs. Let's maybe wait until the next set of buffs before I start this one. Yeah, do I want to use a ram dash? I don't know if the ram dash will give me enough iframes to get through it, to be honest. Can you turn up your mic input? I can barely hear you at normal volume. I could. I don't think I need to, I guess. I don't want to then mess up my normal mic output. Yeah, let's just remember to buff up when we're partway through the fight. Let's also put on the Calamity, what do we call it? Boss bar. Interface. Calamity Mod, yeah. Can also bind quick buff to jump, so you use it. Yeah, I could. I've got 10 seconds on it, which is really 20 seconds, I guess. I just need to remember to do it then. Which I should do. Yeah, let's go for it. Don't know what that noise was. Oh, there was my adrenaline. Okay, I dodged it that time. I just need to do that each time. Or if I'm going at a good enough angle, it's fine. Yeah, once if I've got the timer right, it's all right. Yeah, I don't know what everyone's problem with the Exos is. They're easy. Coder is going to have an awful day with this. Yeah, and then you just come in here for the blender, and because the transformer deflects projectiles, it gets rid of the projectiles for you. Use the witch's broom for this actually. What's going on with the transformer? It doesn't have a limit in GetFixedBoi. I might just save my adrenaline rage for the next stage. This is free. I'm literally hands off my keyboard at the moment. Why does it get enraged? In GetFixedBoi, they all get enraged for their final phase. I'm actually going to have to deal with Calamitas next, so I'm not even going to really get the benefit of rage and adrenaline. Probably should have just used it. Maybe I have to stay a bit closer to actually deal damage to him here. Although not that close. Okay, we're about to hit the edge of where we can really go. Time, so I'm just trying to get to the bottom and then not die. Okay, there we go. Oh, god damn it. I actually think using a better minion could help a lot here as well, because my damage could be better and realistically, I'm not getting much of the benefit of the Wolfram controller. So what would I use instead? Maybe just Corvid Harbinger? Utilize the globs as needles, please. You likely could have ended the fight by doing so. You could have Ramdash instead of Brooch for twins and Thanatos. Yeah. I just don't think Ramdashes at the moment are good enough for that. What probably is good enough though is Omega Healing Potions, because that's an extra 100 life per time I need regen, which is pretty big. Yeah, I guess I just try again. This is the needle attack with it. Yeah, I maybe could have ended the fight if I did that. would it be at least worth trying? And then yeah, let's get a better minion. You could farm Ares for Omega Healing Potions without using buffs. 14 should be enough, I think, to get through this. I just need one, like, good, lucky attempt. After the Ares phase, you can just obliterate them. I guess the needles might be quite good against Thanatos. Right, let's get my buffs in a second. Yeah, nothing else to do, just start. Okay, so the nuke still hits me from there, which is good to know. There goes my adrenaline. Could be worth actually using Charm of Myths now that I have better potions. Oh, there's a Sky Island here. Interesting. Was not in the right place for the start of that one. Yeah, Transformer's pretty trippy, I have to say. I've not accidentally killed any other bosses, have I? No, good. Because King Slime can just randomly spawn, which is not ideal. Gotta get to the source of the laser to block them. Yes, yes. That's the hard part. It's really the only hard part. Am I not using magic storage by choice? Yes, because it would have messed up this playthrough, technically. It wouldn't really have messed it up, it just would have changed it because some things from magic storage are crafted with Luminite, which is a big part of this playthrough, the things that are crafted with Luminite, because that's how I get all of the stuff that I've got going on. Oh yeah, I need to get rid of the sky. Oops. Got that bit. Okay, hopefully my crows should help with this bit. Also might be able to farm up heal. It's the transformer that reflects attacks. Only in GetFixedBoi though. Yeah, scale, yeah. Probably should have done that when it wasn't near that island. Let's try this. It actually doesn't deal that much damage. Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Use a heal there. Okay, this is where I just fly in a straight line away. Oh, I wasn't quite far away enough. It's the turning that's the issue. If I replace the Planebreaker's Pitch with Charm of Myths, then I would have enough Ascendant Spirit Essence to make Pole Warper. Pole Warper could be good. Yeah, Charm of Myths might be nice. Question is, how much damage are my minions doing? I imagine not that much. Even if I get like a really good minion, which I can't really get. Also easy to go back to after an attempt. Yeah, yeah. Effort though, you know? Pole Warper's normally a top tier minion, is it? I thought it was kind of mid. I forgot to get rid of that Planetoid skin. Not Planetoid, but hold on. Keep thinking I'll get the timing right for that, but I think it's more about the angle and the timing. Yeah, it's the angle, not the timing. Okay, let's try Pole Warper then. I need the plating and all that as well, I think, right? Feeling evil presence watching me, that's not good. I need to get everything off then, because everything deals damage at this point. Okay, yeah, Pole Warper. Okay, so 15 and 25. Do you use this weapon for DPS, the dash, or both? Mostly the dash. DPS is also good. I don't think there's much that has a higher DPS. Let's actually make a backup of that before I go back in. Back up 102 now. Yeah, the backups are to stop accidental boss kills. If I'm using the minion for damage, it might be better to use Dimensional Soul Artifact over Deadshot Brooch. Could also be better to use the Fearmonger armor. Which is kind of funny because I just got rid of it. Barrel Glow would be better as it's a general damage boost and not just range damage. Yeah. Plus 5% DR doesn't harm. Okay. On to it, I guess. Wait. Let's get rid of this. I dropped the Frigid Essence thing. Oh. I'll go back and get that before I summon them. It would be bad if I picked up before making a backup, but thankfully my last backup is not far from here. Where is this? God, it's so far over. Let's, I guess we just cover flesh platforms here. Okay, got our energy back. Also, are you intentionally using Featherfall since wouldn't falling sharper be better without having to hold a key on twins? I don't mind holding the key. It's just a key. I'm quite used to using Featherfall at this point. Okay, I think that's everything I need, right? Got all my pole warpers. Buff up. Got timing there, just need to continue to do that. Was not expecting Thanatos to just run up at me there. Wouldn't starting on the left be better since then you're running away from the orange dash rather than into it? Is it just the orange one that dashes? I thought they both dashed. If it's just the orange one that dashes, then yeah, it'll be better to start on the other side. If so, let's just head over this way then. Just orange in phase 1, okay. After they transform, green can only dash in zigzags. Alright, give it a try. So I still need to get away from the dash, I guess, but I should be able to react to it in real time, I think. Maybe not. If I just keep outrunning it, it can't really do much. Let's switch to phase transition. We're good. by the time this phase finishes, so let's just go here. You just need to internalize the orange dash timing, then it's fine. Yeah, yeah. Might honestly end up getting 2 rages and adrenalines during this phase. God damn. You cannot escape, but I have some use for that. Yeah, yeah. Wasn't really trying to escape, not gonna lie. I think I was maybe lagging a little there. It would not let me actually dash there. That was not lag, that was just me accidentally clicking on my other monitor. This is a pretty chaotic fight, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, now we just need to outrun them. This is when the Great Beer is very helpful. You didn't quite outrun that bit. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, so close. Also, transformer needles are worth a few 100k damage. I think if I'd used the transformer needles there, I would have probably won. Sad that you don't have access to frozen slime blocks for a zero friction floor. Yeah, it's crazy that frozen slime blocks is the thing that we can't get in this. Or something that would be useful to get that we can't get. Do it on Malice, you know you want to. I don't know if I do want to. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I definitely don't. friction just caused me to lose that there. At least I'd used my adrenaline so I didn't waste it. It does seem to be that there's an issue with recovering flight time on this platform. I think it's just because I'm moving so fast that it can't quite actually recover flight time properly. That does kind of get Ares to basically no health though. Wait, have I tricked him into not entering desperation? No, he's still gonna enter his like desperation hit phase. That was unbelievably quick. What contents will we unlock after X? It was just really the drops that they give us. Now is about the time to start. Yeah, dashing. That'll do it. Oh, I was trying to swap to my dash, but because I unclicked my King's Bane. Oh. With adrenaline use rage on twins. Yeah, I did, yeah. Oh, I've run out of food as well. That's not good. Thankfully I still have like 500 more. Yeah, but adrenaline with needles and rage would probably get rid of twins. Can you make use of Stygian Shield? I could maybe, yeah. I think, annoyingly, although Stygian Shield might cause him to then spin really fast towards me. I think I maybe just have to swap to the Asgard's Valor for that one. Probably over Barrowclaw. Probably a good idea to switch to shield the moment the twins die. Yeah, yeah. I think so. What about Godslayer Dash? Ah, Godslayer Dash, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That would work. I'm starting at the other side, actually. Oh, I thought I might be able to teleport through a few blocks with that. Godslayer Dash is good, don't know why hasn't used it. Because I forgot it existed. And that I had it. Out all my buffs. Good. Now we wait here. Thoughts on if this fight is humanly doable without Transformer? I really don't know. If I stand like right where this starts, does anyone get a chance to spawn? Yeah, it still gets a chance to spawn. Oh, that's fine. Not a chance to get much though. Maybe stack up around the road so you can instant needle twins after. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, thought that would be dead. What hit me there? What? What actually hit me? Was it the pulse rifle? Oh, it could have been the pulse rifle. Radon spawned a bullet inside me. That's really fair, Radon. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so it's not actually that worth using that on twins, I don't think, because they are immune for a wee bit first. Okay, the adrenaline at least saved me a hit there from the Ohio beam. Right. If I keep trying, I think I'll get it today. I've got just under an hour until I do have to fully go because I've got a Q&A happening on the official Terraria Discord server, which is going to be quite exciting. Oh, I also meant to get food before that one. Let's eat my apple pie. You're gonna go and I personally just ping you when it does happen. Yeah, I think it should happen in the next few attempts. It's not gonna be too difficult, I don't think. Wait, did I insta-kill Thanatos with the spikes? Because I wasn't trying to kill Thanatos with the spikes. Was that final phase the twins? Like, was that complete final phase? What causes the million transformer things to appear? That's GetFixedBoi. It did, okay. Maybe it wasn't a waste of the needles then. Although I do want Thanatos to die last, so... It's going to be a difficult one to decide whether it's better to use the needles for that or for the twins. Wait, did I defeated Thanatos instantly there as well? Interesting. Okay, so Thanatos just gets destroyed by the thing then. I can't use needles near Thanatos or I will just end the fight. Good to know for when it's just Thanatos left though. Okay, so can't use that on Thanatos, which is sad, but probably way too OP if I do use it on Thanatos. Yeah, I'm looking for the Spine of Thanatos. Also, I think it's the safest one to end with, especially if I can do that with the things which I didn't know before. What if I just outrun all of them? That could also work. Let's just use this Ares himself. Never mind. We die if we do that. You could also try using the needles on the eye that's on the right. Yeah, that could work. Wait, did I just teleport home? And no. It just so happens that I teleported to where the center of hell is, yeah. Just double check we haven't actually killed any other bosses, have we? Nope, we're good. Did not mean to accidentally break all that. Let's save a little bit of money and not reforge a broken one. Yeah, Brainstorm's probably fine to reforge. You should do that when there aren't as many projectiles, since you no longer are protected from them. It's not the projectiles, it's the aura that protects me. I think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. be funny if Brain spawned all 3 bosses if he took too long to pick. Yeah, that would be good. That's the sort of thing that I could see GetFixedBoi doing. To be honest, it wouldn't even be that bad outside of GetFixedBoi, I imagine. Oh, I keep forgetting that on the ground I have way too much traction to just run away like that. Let's try it on the opposite eye. Okay, it does get through the opposite eye quite quickly if I do that. I could use them here, but I don't think it's worth it. I'll save them for the twins. But then they're so good at taking out Thanatos. Maybe I do twins last. What do I even get from the twins? I don't know if I've ever fought the twins last. It's kind of nice to know that I could just insta-kill Thanatos here if I wanted to. Twins are out here, spawn back in. Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction for at least a follow, it seems. I was wondering about that. It was a wasted heal. Maybe it's time to just outrun fully. Yeah, I think outrun fully is maybe the play. Wait, are they just stuck on that side of my screen just now? There we go. There's Thanatos dead. That worked out pretty well. Transformers pretty good, I have to say. Can't complain. Okay, let's make a backup. Nothing I need to pick up, right? That's all. I think that's all we need from the Exos. Yeah, the Transformer's uncapped, and also it rebounds projectiles, so you basically can't get hit by projectiles as long as they're moving slow enough. Okay, back up 103 now. I imagine Escal will be a little bit harder than that, but probably not awful. You don't even really need to build an arena for Escal anymore, do you? Right, let's put all this stuff for the thingy away here. Okay, we've got the Exo box, which means flight without having to worry about anything else. Spine of Thanatos is going to be the best for single target damage. This is probably good for getting rid of the things. This is Sentry, which I may as well place. Skal is mostly projectiles. That's true, that's true. Exoprisms, I don't think I can do anything with. But yeah, Draydon Heart will be very helpful. Let's go reforge stuff. Yeah, we'll take wording on that. Okay, Godly's the best. This... Flawless is best. And then this is Ruthless best. Does GetFixedBoi spell Rogue as Rouge in tooltips? Yes, it does. Don't know why I've still got the Astral Chunk. I don't need that. There's no need for me to have the Astral Chunk in my inventory at this point. Right, Draydon's Heart. Let's put that in place of this, I guess? Or in place of my wings, and then just use this. That works. Transformer is a squishy Draydon's Heart. It seems so, yeah. Okay, do I actually need anything before I go into the Escal fight? I think I might just be ready to go into it. Obviously once I craft the altar. Which needs Brimstone Slag, Auric Bars, and Core of Calamity. Should have Cores of Calamity in here, I think. Yep. And Brimstone Slag should be in one of these. Yeah. And then I do also need Ashes of Calamity. Oh yeah, someone go tell Bone Reaper that it happened. There's Ashes of Calamity there. Oh yeah, I should actually change to a Nelly helmet. Might be able to finish this up today. It's in like in the next 5 minutes for all I know. Oh yeah, I was also going to place this down. Oh wait, I don't need to even dodge. Never mind. Yeah. I just stand for the bullet hells. Wait, why is she not taking damage? Have I got to kill Sepulture and get GetFixedBoi? Surely not. I need something to kill Sepulture with. I have something I can kill Sepulture with. That works. Oh, I should try and get all the reflections by going to like the center of these, yeah. I think we might have this. Oh, she can dash though. Need to be aware of that. Oh, and the brothers as well. Oh, okay. They can deal damage to me, it seems. Yeah, their projectiles do not seem to be affected by the transformer. Okay, these ones are. I'm assuming the orb thing is still gonna deal damage to me. So I'll still need to avoid that. If only there was a way to get through these really quickly. Yeah, I do wonder if I have to get rid of Sepulture again. I think I have to get rid of Sepulture again. Okay, I didn't quite have enough to get rid of him in like one go this time, but he's quite low. And I think, oh, okay, why is that such a small... What is going on? Okay, we got her, we got her. I'm in the world's tiniest box. I can't move. First attempt, yeah. That was really easy. Yes, it was. Transformer is overpowered in GetFixedBoi. But when everything else is a joke, I feel like it's fine. So yeah, there we go. There's beating Calamity in 4 bosses. Wall of Flesh, Astrum Aureus, Exomix, and Supreme Calamitas. Finally got the Slurper Pole, yeah. Right, let's put something in my piggy bank. Put some potions away. So yeah, that wasn't too bad in the end. I mean, how many hours did it take? Well, let's see what I actually get from Supreme Calamitas. Quite a few things, it seems. Yeah, not much to write home about. Just popping back in. Yeah, good timing. We won. Escal was easy. Aureus Grind really was the last bad thing in the run. Yeah, I mean, today is the only day we've done Exos and Escal, and it's been 3.5 hours. So I cannot complain. Oh yeah, this is a sentry now, right? Although it still follows the player. Interesting. Yeah, let's see how many hours that was. I think it would be just under 40. Oh no, pretty much exactly 40 that we got to defeat Escal, probably. Plus the 5 hours it took to find a seed that works. What meth addict made the Transformer behave like this for GetFixedBoi? I have no idea, but I'm not complaining because I don't think the run would have been anywhere near as fun or possible at the end without it. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to call it there. I was not expecting to be done today, but turns out the Transformer is powerful enough to just get through it. Can you get the Transformer in the 2 boss route, and how would it work on Ravager? You can't, I don't think, because it requires a lot of different souls and essences that you can only get in hard mode. Considering that you can get photosynthesis... Well, let's go back into the world just to talk about that for a second, I guess. So, the recipe for the Transformer is 10 sea prisms, which you can get, mithril bars, which you can get after defeating Ravager, essence of sunlight, essence of havoc, and essence of Ilium. You can get essence of havoc by shimmering the Rock's Caliber, so that you can get in pre-hard mode. Essence of sunlight you can get by shimmering photosynthesis potions that you find in the jungle planetoids, and also in the whatchamacallit, the Vernal Pass. However, I don't think there is any way to get Essence of Ilium or Souls of Light. Well, I guess Essence of Ilium you would get from Ravager as well, but Souls of Light, I think, is the issue. Unless any of this can be decrafted from something you get. I don't think it can be though. Auric toilet. Oh yes, yes. I have to make the auric toilet. Let's put all this random stuff from Supreme Calamitas away. It's time to make the auric toilet. The auric bars have served me well, so it's time to retire them. Recraft the auric mines and put them back. No, I'm going to do something better for my auric bars. They will get to live life as they always should have. So I need a botanic chair, which is Ulibloom brick, which is Ulibloom ore and stone. So I need to get my stone back. So stone, and then Ulibloom should be somewhere in here. Probably missing it, but like, I mean missing it with my eyes, not missing it as in I don't have it. Did I put all of it in here maybe? Yeah, it's here. So let's shimmer one of those. Okay, Ulibloom. And then Ulibloom chair, I think it is, right? Not a Ulibloom toilet. Although, do I need the thing to craft furniture? I need a living loom. Oh. Imagine living loom is the issue here. I don't think I have a living loom. Can you craft one in Calamity? Ooh, I don't think you can craft one. Okay, well, what else do I need for it before I go searching for a loom? Silver chair is just glass kiln. I can make that. In fact, let's make it now. Pretty sure glass kiln is just like glass, right? Glass and some iron or something. No, iron and torches. Okay. And then I think it's one feather and stone. No? A feather, planty mush, and glass. Okay. So I did need the glass. It is 200 glass. Do I actually have enough sand for 200 glass? I don't think I do. I got other types of sand somewhere. Sandstone will work. I think sandstone works. Maybe sandstone doesn't work. But I can shimmer it into sand. Well, it's cosmic anvil I need for that, and then it's just this I need to craft the chair itself. Silver chair. I need a random chest to put all this stuff in. Let's put it in the Draydon chest. I'm done with enough of the playthrough to make a mess of my chests now. And then the last one was the Cosmolite one, right? I'm assuming that uses a Cosmic Anvil. The Cosmolite chair. So the last thing I need to do is find a living loom somewhere. Let's grab spelunkers. Does it show up on a spelunker actually? Also, if I kill another boss at this point, I don't care. I've beaten the game. If Queen Bee spawns, it's fine. Can I look on a map actually to find one? Don't think there's any on this side. There's a bunch of living trees over here though. Living loom, there's one. Just need to get there. It's like the furthest away one. They spawn in chests as well. Okay. I think I've checked most of the chests on that side as well, though, while I was doing the auric mine getting. Would Transformer shred Jared? Well, Jared only has one segment that takes damage, so probably not. Or at least not to the degree that you would think. You checked and you can shimmer a loom into a living loom. It doesn't matter now. Okay. That's good to know for in future. I should take this home with me, but I also kind of want to leave it there. Auric toilet, there we go. And the best thing about the auric toilet is you cannot sit on it. It's the only toilet in the game that you cannot sit on. But yeah, our auric bars can rest now. They have done their part. Are there any downsides to the GetFixedBoi transformer? I don't think so. Not that I can tell. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully I will get the video out soon, but I still have to get through the editing of the naked run. That is coming along, and that's going along in the background. But yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I've got plans for my next playthrough, so I should be back to stream soon. But yeah, I have a Q&A coming in the next 15 minutes on the official Terraria Discord server, so if you want to ask me anything on that, feel free. I will see you there if you do end up there. But goodbye for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.